Hey Anya, what you doing? What you doing? Okay. Alright, update on the garden. This is July 31st. This is my bitter melon. Here you go, Dexter. Hinky. So we're going around the garden, the middle garden. Alright, so the corn has really grown and the beans are climbing up the corn. This right here would be the hairy gourd. Hopefully we'll get something out of it if Dexter doesn't destroy the vine like he did the other one on the opposite side. Well, we had just harvested some beans. The jades are pretty good. They're meaty and creamy. Of course, we cooked it with bacon, but it's worth it. The beans are nice and straight, and they're about 6 inches long. So pretty good beans. The corn are about, I would say, getting up to 5 feet 3-ish now. I need to pull those onions and dry them. Haven't had time since the vacation. Over here, the sun go has gone ballistic. Toothache plant in the back blooming. See those yellow little flowers? And there's the Korean hyssop. And pretty much this is the sun go patch now. It's gone crazy. And the dogs are using it as shade. And what is it? So they came back. My fig trees. They're a good 6-7 feet tall now. Need to do some cleaning over here with the raspberry bush. Need to cut those canes down, but I hadn't had time. These are the raspberry plant that I planted this year, and actually this one is fruiting up. Alright, we got it to focus finally, and those I believe are going to be purple raspberry. So those are purple raspberries, and over here we've got some that are blooming. These are the yellow Ann raspberry. They're supposed to be yellow raspberry. I like this little patch over here too of the wildflower. Jacinda loved it. And this is my potato bed, sweet potato bed. We've cut down most of our buttercup plant. Here's a kabocha squash that's still alive. But what used to be here were the buttercup, and they are no longer here. We've harvested the squashed. Ooh. Oh, you can see that. Bunch of bugs in there. I'll give it to the ducks. I guess we did some work yesterday. Now it's a work. Here's our zucchini and yellow squash. It's a late start for these guys. We put them in, what, late June. So it's a month later and they're starting to produce. Might get a zucchini here or there tomorrow. Well, that's blue sage. Another pretty sight. And the hummingbirds has been coming to this little patch. And the red honeysuckle. Been harvesting opal gore. We had a soup the other day and it's pretty good. This is the blooming. See a peach in there or so. And we harvested 5 wind bowl peach from that one, so you won't see any. I could have left them another week on the tree, but I was afraid that the birds might get them, so I pulled them. So they were a little sour, but very juicy. You had to eat them over a sink. Now the okra hasn't taken off yet, so maybe in a couple weeks they've really taken off. They would take off and we'll get some okra. At this rate, I think we're gonna get them starting September. And here you go. We see some sunflower plants. The birds love it. Cardinal been to this sunflower plant and getting some sunflower seed out of that. There's another one over there. Didn't plant these, they just came back from last year. Some pepper right here. There's quite a bit of them on there. Why they're not getting too big. There's another one over here. They don't get too big if they're just loaded with them. Ducks. Oh, there's just eating the squash I just threw over, the buttercup. So see what she's doing. There we go. They're pretty greedy with them, the squash. Now that is Olive, right in the middle. Charlie on the left. Far in the back is Mildred. And Gertrude just came into the scene. And those are the 4 original ducks that I have. Alright. And that one was last year's hatch, I think. She's always curious. She's always the one that stand in front of you about a couple of feet and just stare at you. These guys are in the background there, or this year's hatch. They've gotten really big. So that are the ducks. I like these flower here, these opal flower. Nice and white. Here's one. Right on the fence. They look so cool. And they bloom at night. Let's see again. And they bloom around 9 o'clock or a little bit earlier than that, and then by noon tomorrow they will be shrivel up like that one right there.